let's talk about Disney, Pete.
Yeah.
And I've been very critical of Iger, and I'm going to be critical of him again today. I was critical of him from, the 160s all the way down to 80, Pete, when you and I finally said, okay, it's probably done going down. Doesn't mean it's going up, but probably done going down. Made it to about 84 yesterday, and then boom, pops to the upside today. Why did it pop? Well, let me see. Cost cutting. Does that make him real creative, Pete? Because I remember a guy named Chainsaw Al Dunlop that's all that guy used to do, or Carl Icahn. They'd go in there and strip companies bare. And then, of course, you drop more revenue to the bottom line then because you didn't have as many expenses. Well, they haven't come up with anything new. This Marvel's plural movie is only drawing a 55 on Rotten Tomatoes. They're coming up with Black Snow White and all these other things. Again, you can go woke. You might go broke because you're alienating half the country when you do that. And this guy's big creative thing was he was going to cut $2 billion. Now he's cut another $2 billion as far as cost cutting at Disney. That's how creative he is, Pete.
Yeah, it's all you've got to say. You said it all. Actually, this particular report looks good, though. When you're looking at it, you look at the earnings, that looks pretty good. You look at the revenue, that's got some growth. So from the standpoint of this particular quarter, but let's also go back, and this stock, John, is basically hanging very closely. Nice move in the last couple of days, so it's off of that a little bit, but very close to 9-year lows. Let that sink in for a second. So I totally agree with you. I think they are making some moves. I don't know how creative I'd give them too many credits on that, but I would say this. I would say they're at least understanding the consumer to some degree, and they've got, your ESPN Plus, you've got Disney Plus, you've got these things. And the one thing, my takeaway from all that, though, was this. Not that they're creative, but we're noticing that 50% of the signups, John, are folks that are willing to have all the ads included so they wouldn't have to pay as much. It's kind of interesting when you look at it from that perspective. It tells you a little bit more about the economy. It tells you a little bit more about where people are willing to spend money and where they're not. And I think that's an interesting takeaway from what we got from Disney.
Want more from Market Rebellion? Don't